Hey, what's up everybody? It's Grayson from leadcadence.com and welcome to another episode of F.A.Q Friday. In this week's episode, we're going to be answering the question, what social media should I be using to promote my business? Well, there's going to be a number of things that go into that answer. And for one, it's going to depend on what industry you're in, and more importantly, where your customers aggregate. So, for example, if you're more in the crafting, decoration, fashion industry, your customers may aggregate more in the Pinterest space or the Instagram space. But if your customers are more high-end executives, CEOs, top-level managers, they may aggregate more in the LinkedIn space. So it's really going to depend on what sort of industry you're in and where it's going to be easiest to connect with your customers. It's also going to depend on if you're doing it yourself or you're hiring somebody to do it for you. If you're hiring somebody to do it for you, chances are they're going to have a real expertise in a particular area, and they're going to be able to guide you to what the best network is to be able to connect with your customers. If you're doing it by yourself, then what I would suggest is pick a social media network that you're already familiar with. If you're already using Facebook to connect with your friends and family, then that's already going to be something that you have at least some familiarity with, and the learning curve isn't going to be nearly as steep as trying to learn something from scratch. So, play to your strengths, focus on what you already know if you're doing it yourself. The next thing is to look at Google Analytics and see what's already working for you. You can see from your Google Analytics account, are you already getting traffic from a particular social media network like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. If you're getting a ton of traffic from one of them, that may be a good indication that that's where your customers are aggregating, and it'll be easier to develop that network more than another one where you're getting no traffic. You can build on a front runner, and maybe there's already some conversations happening there that it'll be easier for you to contribute to be able to engage your customers because there's already a conversation going on. So look at your Google Analytics account and see if you're already getting traffic from one of those networks. And last but not least, if you're starting from ground zero, you have no analytics account, you're not working with anybody, you're not familiar with any of the social media networks, if I had to make a blanket statement on which one you should choose, I would pick Facebook. And the reason I say that is because it has the most users, so it gives you the most targeting options. The ad space to be able to target each of those people is incredibly developed, and it's changing every day. And I think that it's going to give you the most exposure to the widest audience. So if I had to make a blanket statement, and I absolutely reserve the right to change my opinion tomorrow, but as of today, as of this moment, I'm putting most of my energies into learning and developing a Facebook strategy to help our client. If you got something out of this video, share, like, comment on the video, let me know what sort of results you're getting from social media. And until next time, have a happy Friday, a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.